What's up, guys? My name is Devin Senath, and in today's video, I want to explain exactly what to do when a customer or client demands a refund and how to deal with crappy customers. Well, first of all, I want to say there is no such thing as a crappy customer. There's only crappy service or crappy products. It is always your fault. If you have a customer demanding a refund from you or a client saying, hey, I need a refund, you need to give them back their money. And the reason why is because if you're not able to deliver on the service that you're providing, then you need to give them a refund because it is your fault, because your reputation is on the line, and that is more important than anything else. The reason why a lot of customers will demand a refund isn't because they're trying to scam you, is because they genuinely did not get the service or the value that you marketed to them, and they got something lower, and because they got something lower or not what they expected from you, you have to give them the refund. Now, how do you manage these people? The first thing you do is always make sure they understand that it is completely your fault and they have no type of blame, nothing at all to do with them. It is always your fault. When they say, hey, I want a refund, say, I'm so sorry, you're right, I'll give this to you right away. I'm sorry we made this mistake. If you have a customer like drop shipping off wanting a refund, this is a little different. If the product has already come to their house, make sure they send a picture first of the broken item. If the product is already broken, then you can issue the refund. If it's not broken and they refuse to offer the picture, then you don't have to give them a refund. And then if there's any type of like dispute or chargeback with your bank, then all you got to do is just tell them, hey, they did not send a picture. We need a picture. Like it's required in our policies. Make sure it's in your policies that you need a picture before asking for a refund. As for fraudulent or high risk orders, when you're doing drop shipping specifically, make sure you don't ship to countries like the Philippines, because the Philippines has the highest rate of fraudulent orders. So if you ever get an order from the Philippines, even if it's no type of risk, I recommend not fulfilling it. And the reason why is because Filipino banks are set up in a way where basically they can do any chargeback and they'll be able to get their money back regardless. So be careful of that scam when you're sending products to the Philippines. As for service-based businesses, this is a little bit different because you're working one on one with the client. And if you're not able to deliver the results to your client, that means your reputation and your name is on the line. For example, if you're running a dropshipping product, then you know that the dropshipping product you're running has no connection to your name. But a mentorship or a digital product has full responsibility to you. So if someone you're teaching or you're mentoring or you have a course they're buying from, they ask for a refund and they say like, hey, I'm not really getting any value out of this, or like, hey, I don't really want to pursue this anymore, or like, they decide they don't want to put the work in, just issue them the refund. The only reason you should be selling a digital product is because you've actually made the money. So if they, spend $1,000 on your mentorship and then all of a sudden, they want a refund on it because you did not deliver to them, they haven't got a single sale or anything like that because they haven't been putting in the work or you haven't been putting in the work. Regardless of what happened, you need to issue them the refund because it's your reputation on the line. And you have enough money to be able to refund them if you are doing a service-based business. And if you are teaching people how to drop ship or how to do whatever type of mentorship or whatever, and you don't have the money to give them the refund, that is so on you. You should go in debt for doing that. You need to make sure you have the money before you start mentoring people because people will ask for refunds. It's inevitable. In business, if you're an entrepreneur, people will ask for refunds no matter what you do. So you need to be able to give it to them always because your reputation is more important than anything else in business. It's more important than $1,000. Like, what if this guy posts a video of you and he talks about how, he complains about how this mentor did this and he drops your name, and then you get millions of people coming to you like hating on you because you did not fulfill the order. I mean, that's not the reason why. You shouldn't be doing it out of fear. You should be doing it out of the courtesy because you want to have goodwill. But if you are the type of guy who just is stingy about money and you're this like, slimy greaseball who just wants to keep $1,000 in his bank account, like if this guy gave you $1,000 for him to teach you something and you did not teach him correctly or he's not able to make a sale, that's not your fault. Or that's not his fault. It's yours because you should have been a good enough teacher. And if you weren't a good enough teacher, then it's your fault, not his. Another thing, after you give the refund in the service-based business, make sure to offer them some type of like extra help. Say like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm gonna give you this refund. Then say like, hey, so you said you wanted to do this. Is there anything I can help you with? I mean, I know we're not doing the mentorship anymore, but I still want to help you. And like offer it. Just offer the help. Even if you're not gonna really help them too much, offer it anyway, because when you offer it, it gives them a good incentive and they feel happy that, hey, this guy just gave me his money back and he still wants to help me. Like, this is a good guy. I'm going to go talk about him to other people because That creates goodwill, and also that creates good brand reputation. And I'm assuming if you're doing mentorships or courses or anything like that, or selling a digital product, you have some type of brand. And if you do have a brand, make sure when you're refunding them, you have goodwill. Always offer more, just always, always, no matter what. Like, for example, if you are doing the dropshipping product as well and you're giving a refund with that, tell them like, hey, you know what, you can keep the product and you don't even worry about sending it back. You can keep everything. I'm really sorry about this. Can we offer a free gift? And that'll create an incentive for them to maybe come back and like, oh, hey, they messed up my order. Maybe I'll buy another one from them, you know? And you don't have to like send it. You just have to offer it. And if they say yes, then go ahead and send it. It should only be a couple cents. Like go on AliExpress, look for like a $1 item that you can just ship out and ship it to them. You know, for example, I'm doing tiny truck. If someone has a problem with my order, I'll send them like a car or something like that. Like a tiny little car, like the one of those like model Hot Wheels, costs like a couple cents to sell. And you know, that creates goodwill with the audience. And then boom, then I got recurring. I have a 3% recurring customer base on my drop shipping store. Do you know how big that is? 3% may not sound like a lot, but if I have 10,000 orders, that's 300 reorders of people who just bought my tiny truck. Which is, if you guys know what I'm talking about, my tiny truck is a drop shipping product I sold, and it's like this little RC truck here. I'll show it to you real quick. Yeah, so the tiny truck, this is the store I ran right now. I don't get keep any products, by the way. Also, by the way, I don't sell a mentorship or course. I forgot to mention that earlier, but I don't do that. But yeah, this is the product I sell, and also here is the Instagram that I'm running as well. It has like 25,000 followers on it, and I have two videos over 11 million views. Oh wow, this one's at 12 million now. And yeah, I just upload every day on here. I get a couple sales per day, and I'm averaging around 20,000 a month on this store in revenue, around 15K profit right now. But yeah, this is the store I'm running. I don't gatekeep anything. I just like keeping it fully transparent, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't like gatekeeping because if I do try gatekeeping, I end up just telling the truth anyway. I'm a really bad liar. Anyways, let's go back to more sauce about refunds. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is actually in-person based service businesses. For example, lawn mowing, or maybe you're doing window cleaning, or bin cleaning, or car detailing, whatever it is. If someone asks you for a refund after you do the work, you need to ask them to show you a good, viable reason why they need the refund, because that's different. You did the work in person, and that was your time you put into it, and you obviously have a result to show for it. And there's no type of way of like lying, saying like, hey, you did this, I didn't like this. So like if you ask them to, hey, can you please show me what I did wrong? Like, can you show me why you want the refund? You know, if you ask them, hey, show me this window, why is this window like why do you want a refund? Because I didn't clean this window properly. If you're doing lawn mowing, ask them, hey, why do you want a refund? Like, did I not mow this correctly? Is not what you wanted. And you need to ask them to like walk outside their house and show them exactly what. And if they don't, then you need to make sure you're having contracts as well when they're signing this stuff. I mean, normally having contracts when you're doing in-person businesses is not the best idea because it creates friction, and usually you want to do the work first and then get the money after. But there are legal stuff that can, you know, happen if you don't ask for that. For example, I used to do lawn mowing, and it was actually like a pretty big business. I was making like 4K a month. I was every single day. I was running around my entire neighborhood and other people's neighborhoods pushing my lawnmower, like actually pushing it. I didn't have a truck. My car was too small to do it. So I would push for miles my lawnmower to people's houses, and I would knock on every person's door, right? And out of all of them, I only had one person who asked me for a refund. And they were like, this is a really bad job. And I asked them, can you please tell me why? What did I do wrong? And I didn't know what to do. I was a little scared at the time, if I'm gonna be honest, when they asked for a refund. And you probably will be too. If they ask for a refund, you may feel little nervous. Maybe you'll feel a little scared, and that's okay. Ask them what you did wrong, and if they say, hey, I didn't really like this, I'm like, okay, hey, I'm sorry, I'll fix this for you right now, and also I'll give you a discount on that as well, just because I'm wasting your time. I'm really sorry about that. Can I get to that right now? And before they even have a chance to respond, start walking like toward where you're gonna fix it, right? And by the time they're walking, they'll have a more incentive to just say, okay, yeah, sure, this kid's nice, and he was nice about it, so, and he's giving me a discount now, so I'm getting basically getting the work for less money, and he's fixing the problem I had. So, and then also, if you really want to go above and beyond, offer free service for next time. Like, hey, I'll even do it next week for free. I'm really sorry about this. And that will make them want to keep you as a recurring customer for life, as long as you just keep mowing lawns or doing window cleaning or whatever it is. I see a lot of people, especially business people, you know, entrepreneurs, they have lots of big egos. And when someone is telling them, like, hey, I don't really like what you did, their ego feels attacked. You need to drop all of your ego and just completely accept that, hey, this is your fault. And even if it's not, even if the customer is screwing up. Like for example, if you're teaching someone and they're not uploading videos, they're not putting in the work, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're being lazy. It's your fault. You should have been a better coach. You should have been telling them, hey, you got to do this, you got to do this. You should have been checking on them every single day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day. Like you should have been giving the best service possible. And if you weren't, that's completely your fault. And please drop your ego when you're giving refunds, because remember, that money is not your money until you've completely um fulfilled your end of the deal, because that's what business is. Business is an exchange of value. You're giving them value and they're giving you value. The value they give you is money. The value you give them is a service or a product or something else like a teaching or something like that. So if you don't fulfill on that service that you promised them you were going to give, for example, a dropshipping product and ends up breaking because it's from China, you failed on your service. You failed on your product. You failed on your end of the deal. And if you fail on your end of the deal, you need to have the moral obligation to give them a refund and offer a free gift after. Same thing with service-based businesses. If you, it's your moral obligation to fulfill saying, hey, I'm going to teach you how to do dropshipping and you're going to get your first sale. If they don't get your first sale, then give them the refund. It's not their fault. It's yours because that's what you said you were going to do. And also, make sure you're charging accordingly. Don't offer partial refunds. Offer the full thing, because that's what's going to get you the best reputation for your brand and for yourself. Because remember, you only have one last name, and take care of that. My name is Devin Cneth. I hope this video was helpful, and I just wanted to talk about this because I've had my fair share of bad customers, and I just feel like a lot of people haven't talked about this. I always see all these gurus and people talking about making money, and oh, I made this much, I made this much, and yeah, I made 20K this month. Well, actually, like 25K this month, but it doesn't matter. I want to talk about the entire business field, not just making money. Also, how to deal with customers, how to deal with shipping, how to deal with all types of things. So, if this is interesting to you, please check out my YouTube channel. Also, I have a Discord linked in the description if you guys want to join a community that I'm growing. And also, I'm not selling any course, no mentorship, anything like that. Because I'm gonna be honest, it just feels a little gross. I'm gonna be straight with you. I just don't like it. Anyways, have a good rest of your day. I love you. All right, bye.